liabilities and assets. We all have both. So look at what you have going in and out. Liabilities and assets, when you know exactly what you have coming in and going out, then you're going to know exactly where you're going to stand on what wealth you're going to create and where you're going to be. Now, we're going to go over this a little bit more in detail, but I want to just hit bases on liabilities. What do you see as a liability in your life? T. Okay. Liability and assets. You have both. Some people don't realize what they have, and other people realize what they have, but yet they don't change what they know they need to change in order to get on the other side of the fence, so to speak. I'm just saying that metaphorically because, everyone has their own lifestyle that they want to live. So, what do you have the most of? Do you have the most liability or you have the most assets? When you know this, then you are in total control of your life. Hold on, I'm just putting this up here in the header. Most of. Okay. So when you know this, the difference between a liability and an asset is a liability is something that you will pay on every month. A liability is something that takes your money from you. Okay? And you don't get the return. An asset is where you are getting money back. So we're going to say monthly. This whole demonstration is going to be monthly. It's going to be easier for people to understand. So an asset is what you are bringing back in monthly. How much are you receiving monthly? Like you could say your job is an asset. Well, your job is an asset to a point where you will only get back the amount of money you are allowed to make at this job per hour. And if you have a home business, then you will have an asset in your business, being that you will have return on what you put into it. You will have a return on the investment you put into your business. So, but the asset is what you're receiving monthly, and the liability is what you're paying out monthly. So sit down, pen and paper, pencil and paper, whatever it is, and write out a list of your assets. What do you receive in monthly? Write out your liabilities. What do you pay out monthly? This is going to give you a really good idea on where you're at. So your mindset is actually going to determine what level you're at right now. It's going to determine where your finances are, and your mindset is always going to determine where you're going to go going forward. It is simple, guys. It does not have to be hard. So you can either be lower class. That's the lower class. That's your mindset. You could be middle class, or you could be upper class. There's only 3 classes out there that you can be. That we're talking finances here. We're not talking about anything else right now. We're talking finances. So, and knowing in our day and age right now, the middle class is going away. So there's only going to be 2 classes. It's going to be lower class or upper class. So you're either going to have a little bit of money or you're going to have money. Either way, the middle class is being wiped out slowly but surely. So if you are in one of those boards, which I know you're going to be in one of them, so look at, again, what's your assets and what's your liabilities. What are you doing to take yourself, if you are in a high liability platform, if you have more liability going out monthly than you have coming in, look at what you can do to ensure that you are investing properly Are you spending all of your money on frivolous little things? Are you spending it on knickknacks and doodads? And maybe you're spending on things you don't need. Maybe your house is full of stuff you don't need. So look at how you're spending your money. And it's not just a matter of saving your money. It's what are you doing to invest it in yourself that is going to make you have assets coming in. When you have assets coming in, that could be from, say, rental properties. You have rental properties, that's an asset coming in. That's a monthly payment coming into you. Now, if you own your home and you're living in your home, that is a liability. Your home is always going to be a liability. The home you're living in is always going to be a liability. Because number one, you're not getting anything back from it. You're paying on it. You're paying for upgrades. You're paying to maintain it. You're paying your taxes. You're paying the fees. You're paying whatever you have to pay. But your home is a liability. So back in the day, people used to think your home was an asset. Well, your home is not an asset because they had a different mindset. A lot of people did back then. And to have your home be an asset would be maybe you have a basement or something and you have it converted into an apartments and you're renting that out. Then it would be an asset because you're getting money back. Anything you can do to get money back from is an asset. So whatever you're paying for a vacation, you're going on vacation, right? Okay, well, you're either going to have saved that money, which is actually a liability, because you put money there and you're not doing anything with it. It's not growing. It's not prospering you. So it's a liability. So the vacation's a liability. Maybe you have credit cards. You may think your credit cards are helping you because you're paying this and you're doing that with it. Well, your credit cards are a huge liability. Number one is you have to pay that monthly bill. You have to pay interest. You have to pay on what it is you wanted. You have to pay on what it is you got. That is a liability. So if you take that money that you would have spent using the credit card, if you were to take that money and say, okay, I can't go on the vacation to the Bahamas this year. I'm not going to overspend that money. I'm going to invest that money in myself. I'm going to invest that money in my business. I'm going to invest that money to grow my assets. So if you are out there and you're running a home business, your home business is an asset. Number one, like we said in the beginning, is your business is going to give you a return on your investment on what you put into it. So whatever courses you buy, which I hope you're buying courses that are teaching you, and I hope you're learning the skills that you need to grow and to prosper. Because with every skill you learn and you implement, if you're not taking the implementation and the action steps to create an asset out of what you've learned, and why not have residual income coming in? If you have a home business, you can bid out a way to where you can put out a platform to where you have residual income coming in. Maybe you have customers that really love what you're selling. Well, get repeat customer. Get repeat customers and whatever you put out. Maybe they just love you and what you put out is so good that you have residual income coming in from these customers. Maybe you have a team you're growing. Well, you can have residual income coming in from memberships. There's different ways in your business to have residual income coming in. And that makes your business an asset. Your job can be a liability because number one, you only get paid when you're physically there working, right? It's not actually an asset for you because you're trading time for money. Whatever you're doing to trade time for money is a job. And granted, even when you have your home business, it looks like and feels like sometimes a job. Well, granted, you're trading time for money, but you're building residual income. You're building a platform to where you can make money when you're not working. You can put the course out, you can put the system out, and the residual income will keep coming in because the ads you put out, yes, you have to maintain them. Yes, you have to work every day. Yes, you have to do the hard work. Yes, you have to be dedicated to grow your business, but you will have the assets showing for it. Now, the only way your properties will be an asset for you is if they are rentals. If you have rental properties, then that will become an asset because you will be receiving money in monthly. And investments. If you have investments that you're investing in, whether it be bonds or stocks or, Bitcoin, whatever you're investing in, invest it in a way to where you are receiving residual income, where you're receiving money back. Okay, this is really important because once you understand the concept of liability and asset and what you're doing and where you stand, then you're going to know better on how to get yourself out of the hole and into the next level, into the next phase of where you're going. So whatever courses you've bought and whatever strategies you've learned, I'm going to ask you straight out, are you using those strategies? Are you using the courses? Are you putting to work? Have you put to work in 2020, this year? Everything you've learned, have you grown your income any? Have you created any kind of an income coming in? If you have, kudos to you. You are doing fabulous. Keep going, keep learning, and keep growing, and using the skills you're learning and that you will keep learning to grow your business to the next level. You can do all of this and above to have the lifestyle you want. But remember, liability and assets, they can be deceiving at times. I always like to write everything down. It's part of a budget. It's part of a plan. If you have a budget and you have a plan on where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're going to get there, you hear a lot of times everyone will say, well, don't worry about the how. It'll show itself. Granted, when you turn it over to the universe, it will show itself eventually. I always like to know how I'm going to get the next sale. What can I do now, right now, to promote the course? What can I do right now to help more people to grow and to prosper? So knowing that and growing forward is the best step to growing your assets. Again, liability, taking that vacation that you really couldn't afford, charging up credit cards that you really shouldn't have because they just keep growing. Did you really need that pair of pants? Did you really need to get those shoes? My thinking is going to be no. Granted, things come up. And that's when the credit card can come in handy for an emergency. If you need it for an emergency, but a lot of times if you've prepared for the emergency ahead of time, then you've got the cash in the bank. You've got it in your savings. But don't keep your savings in a bank or something, a piggy bank or something like that, to where it's not going to grow assets for you. Saving is great. I encourage saving 100%. But save your money in something that's going to keep growing. Save your money in a way it's going to prosper you. Save your money and grow your skills. Grow your home business, grow your lifestyle. 2021 is right around the corner, friends. And the sooner you get on board, the easier it's going to be. 2020 has been a hellhole. We all know it, and we can't deny it. But there's no reason why, even in 2020, we didn't prosper and we didn't make success. Because we did. Depends on how you look at life and what you're willing to put out there. Granted, I had to work a little harder. Granted, I had to work a little longer. Granted, I had to do some extra things I really didn't want to do, but I did them anyway. That's what's part of having assets come around for you. It's there, it's growing, it's showing, it's prospering. Be in tune with what it is you want and be in tune with having the assets you need to keep growing and to prosper. Oh, my hair is being funky today. So do that. Do it every day. Don't let a day go by that you don't focus on growing yourself, growing your lifestyle, and being all you can be. You are the root and the foundation of your business, your lifestyle, your home, your family. You are everything around and everything all compiled into one huge ball of love and joy. So I do have a training for you up here. This is only good till the end of the month. I'm going to leave it up here. I'll put it in the next one also till the end of the month, and then that's it. Okay, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the inside, and I look forward to hearing your comments. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.